Welcome into the Cleveland Browns Report. It is Monday, March 27th. There's no big news out there in the NFL, so I thought we'd just randomly play this game called Where's Lamar Going? Because you know what? He's not going back to Baltimore. Nope, you probably already heard the Ravens quarterback has requested a trade. He actually did so over 3 weeks ago. And now it feels like the floodgates, if they weren't already a bit open, they're about to blow wide open. Could Lamar end up, I don't know, in the same state potentially, more or less, and play for the Washington Commanders? Or maybe he'll go up to New England and play for Bill Belichick and the Patriots. Maybe he'll go to the other coast and play under Shanahan. That would be nasty with the 49ers. And then there's Seattle maybe, although they just paid Geno Smith a lot of money, but someone took a lot of time to make this Seattle Seahawks, Lamar Jackson jersey swap. So we'll throw it on screen. And then there's producer Patrick Seatman's Minnesota Vikings. Maybe they want to move on from Kirk and upgrade with Lamar Jackson. What about the Colts, right? Indianapolis going to stop looking for old veteran quarterbacks and look to sink their teeth into a younger one for years to come. That could be a possibility. Or what about the Atlanta Falcons? Because Marcus Mariota, he's not coming back. Desmond Ridder, is he really the real deal? I think they'd rather have Lamar Jackson. So, for no good reason, we're playing Where's Lamar Going? Because the Browns are somewhat to blame, but you know what? I don't really give a shit that the Ravens and Lamar Jackson stint is going to come to an end. Now, here's what happened. We'll start in order of Lamar Jackson tweeting out a farewell speech, more or less, to the flock, saying, "A letter to my fans. I want to first thank you all for all the love and support you consistently show towards me. All of you are amazing, and I appreciate y'all so much. I want you all to know not to believe everything you read about me. Let me personally answer your questions in regards to my future plans. As of March 2nd, I requested a trade from the Ravens organization for which the Ravens has not been interested in meeting my value. Any and everyone that has met me or been around me know I love the game of football, and my dream is to help a team win the Super Bowl. You all are great, but I had to make a business decision that was best for my family and I. No matter how far I go or where my career takes me, I'll continue to be close to my fans of Baltimore Flock Nation and the entire state of Maryland. You'll see me again soon. You'll see me again, Truz. Let's stay connected. Subscribe to my fan page." Could you imagine, like, your star quarterback, right? The guy who's going to lift the Lombardi trophy says goodbye and at the end says, "But please subscribe to my fan page." That is a brutal way to learn that your quarterback is divorcing your team or your team is divorcing your quarterback. But at the end, hey, let's stay connected. Please subscribe. I do sub-reads. The difference is I'm not the quarterback of an NFL team. Like, that is a tough scene right there. So get your predictions in. Lamar Jackson will play for blank in 2023. You can go a handful of different directions. Very curious. This is the pinned comment. Give me your best guess down below. I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. They made a run for Deshaun Watson last year. Now, they said back on March 7th when the franchise tag was placed that they would not be pursuing Lamar. I don't know. I've heard a lot of teams say they won't be doing something, and then they end up doing the opposite. So I wouldn't automatically rule that out, but I think the Falcons could make some sense for Lamar Jackson. But at the end of the day, it's adios. Sayonara. Goodbye, number 8. Ultimately, I believe Watson's $230 million guaranteed contract was 100% a factor in this divorce right here. If Deshaun Watson does not go to the Cleveland Browns and does not get a fully guaranteed contract, right? Let's say in an alternate universe, Watson went to Atlanta and they gave him $230 million with $160 guaranteed. I think Lamar Jackson is a Baltimore Raven for the next 5 years, and he's already signed a contract. But instead, he's looking for the big one, the one that Deshaun Watson got. So let's be clear about this. The Browns got their franchise quarterback in Deshaun Watson and caused Lamar Jackson to leave Baltimore. If that's not the greatest thing a Browns GM has ever done, I don't know what is. I fully believe that Watson, and I'll expand on this later, will get back to that Pro Bowl level. So you locked up your own franchise QB, a franchise that unfortunately has had a revolving door at the most important position in sports since 1999. And in the same move that you played that card, you caused your division rival, one of your biggest rivals, to lose their franchise QB because they didn't want to go dollar for dollar with Jimmy Haslam. This is the greatest thing to ever happen to the Cleveland Browns in one singular move. You got your franchise QB, and the team you play twice a year, as a result, lost theirs. So if you are excited about the direction that the Browns are headed, like this video. We haven't gotten over 400 likes. What a good time to do so for number 4, Deshaun Watson, and Jimmy and D, Haslam and Andrew Berry getting their franchise QB and scaring Lamar Jackson out of Baltimore because the Ravens are some broke bitches and don't have enough overall cash flow to give that kind of guaranteed money out to Lamar. Now, just to be clear, I fully 110%, and you can all takes expose me, and I won't try and if nor but my way out of it, fully expect and believe Deshaun Watson will return to Pro Bowl level status in 2023. Were those 6 games glamorous last year? No, and I'm not going to sell you on it being otherwise. But did I see more than what the box score indicates of Deshaun Watson being a very good quarterback? Yes, we saw lots of great plays. We saw vintage Deshaun Watson with some great splashes. The last 4 seasons, look at his stats. 2022, not ideal. Not going to argue otherwise. But is he going to get back to what he did from 2018 to 2020? Like when he led the NFL in passing yards with 4,823 yards, 33 touchdowns to 7 interceptions? Yeah, I do believe so. So for that reason, I've got no concerns or hiccups of, oh, did the Browns ruin the QB market? I don't give a shit about the Browns making life difficult for the Ravens or other GMs because they don't want to pay their top paid players. That's not my problem, okay? The Browns got their guy. If other owners are upset that they have to go out and spend more big money because Cleveland set the standard at that, that's their problem. So if you're going to see a bunch of blue check marks from Bristol, Connecticut complain about the Browns ruining the QB market, boo-hoo, cry about it later. The Browns got their guy. We're talking about the Cleveland Browns, right? This has been the laughingstock of the NFL for 25 years now because they've had a revolving, rotating door at the quarterback position. Do they pay a lot to get it? Yeah. But you know what? They haven't had success in the draft finding a NFL franchise quarterback. So I don't care if it costs them a little extra dough that I'm not paying. Jimmy and D Haslam are paying. And at the end of the day, it caused the Ravens to lose Lamar, win, and win. Okay. Now, thank you to everyone who has subscribed and helped us reach 18,000 subscribers. Shout out to you guys. I want to give some shout outs right now specifically to just some recent subs we picked up while we crossed 18K. Jeffrey, Asante, Hayden, Marcus, Donovan Scott, King T, Lowell Stein, Dylan, Noah, Michael Harrison. Thank you all who have subscribed to the channel lately, helping us grow. Really appreciate it. Would not be possible without you. Switching gears here, let's talk a little bit of news as the Browns made a signing / are going to make a signing. At least that's what Mary Kay and others have reported, confirming the Browns plan to sign guard Wes Martin, an Ohio native just outside of Dayton, if I remember correctly. Likely on Thursday, pending his physical, played for the Commanders last season. So a little bit backup knowledge on Wes Martin, who I'm just going to call the Froholt replacement after he got signed by Arizona. He played in 1 offensive snap last year for Washington. He played some special teams here and there. Over the course of his career, 38 career games played, 11 starts in 4 seasons. He's always been a backup 6-man on the offensive line. And that's exactly and only what this move is. I'll explain more on that in just a second. But the NFL draft is right around the corner, a month from today, I believe, actually. No, the Browns are not picking in rounds 1 or 2. But if you want to get this year's NFL draft hat, use our link. chatsports.com/Browns hat. That link's in the comments and the description of today's show. Personally, I kind of like the draft hats. I woke up on Twitter, saw a picture of it and saying this is the worst one ever. And I was like, unpopular opinion, it's not. And now it's no longer an unpopular opinion. I think it's pretty dope if you ask me. Now, here's how the offensive line would look like if you add Martin to it. Right now, they have 4 backup offensive linemen by my calculations. No, he is not coming here to replace Wyatt Teller. I'll expand on that thought. But he's only had one big notable season. In 2020, he started 5 games for Washington, played 339 snaps. Overall grade from PFF, 44.8. Run blocking, 46. Pass blocking, 45. How can run and pass be higher than overall? I don't understand how PFF works sometimes. 4 sacks, 2 penalties. This is not a glamorous signing. This is a backup offensive lineman, and hopefully that is all, a backup offensive lineman. Does this move indicate that the Browns could be looking to trade Teller as they signed his replacement? No, absolutely not. This is simply the Browns going, we'd like to have 9 or 10 offensive linemen on our roster next year. Maybe they're not looking to draft one, so they will sign a cheap veteran backup in case an injury pops up, which it did last year to Teller and to Posick. So that is all this is, nothing more. Do not look at this and go, I wonder if the Browns signed him so they could trade Teller away. That is not what is happening here. But I do want to know in general, because I've seen a lot of chatter about this, so use this opportunity to kind of get your voice in the comments section. Would you include Teller in a trade package? Like, I don't see them. There was some, not even murmurs, there was ideas thrown out there about, oh, what if you included Teller to get DeAndre Hopkins? That's not happening anymore. Maybe include him to get DeForest Buckner, but I don't see why the Colts would be interested in older offensive guard, right? They'd probably just want to go young and get draft picks only. So let me know in the comment section. I'm going to go with N for no. I like to keep the offensive line as it is and not try and disassemble it for a guy who has 5 career starts in his best season, and it wasn't even a good season for him. That's going to do it for us on today's show. Thank you so much for tuning in, making us a part of your Monday. I will sign off and let you guys go out and enjoy the rest of your day.